Okay, today I'm doing a tutorial on on quick preface. One of my friends wants to make a wub, so I'm going to show you how to make a basic wub. So today we do a tutorial on the basic wub. I have not made yet, so we do not know how it will sound, but will not take long. So you take whatever VST plugin you want. In this case, we can use 3xOSC just because it is so basic. You could literally use anything for this. You can apply what you learn right now and use it on Wasp. You can use it on Reactor. Actually, I will open a Reactor because I have Wasp open, and I think I have a 3xOSC open, but I'll open Reactor because I really like Razor, which I have purchased a while ago. And what we will do to make this basic wub is we open the 3xOSC. This is the sound you get when you open it every time at the very start. It's like an organ. So we will take the second and third oscillators, these guys, and on their row we go over to their volume and turn them to 0. Now the only oscillator making a sound is the first one. These ones will not make sounds. So we will select the signal type, the oscillator shape. In this case we will be using the not the triangle but the sawtooth, and we will drop that way down. We go, and you basically what you're going to want to do is either in the piano roll you go down to like a C3, or when you come here you have the root note. You will tune your synthesizer here. You can right click C7, and when you press on keyboard C5, it is actually 2 octaves lower. You're hitting C3, so I will do that. It is easy for me to do that. Now you have your basic signal. You want to make it wub, so what we do is we go back in piano roll, and we'll make it four bars long here. And we put that in the playlist, the main playlist. So we take our pattern of this 4-bar long C5 note, and we put it in the playlist just like that, and you play it. It's just a long note. It's going to sound kind of bad. Just a quick recap. I realized camera is small, so we look at these second oscillators here. We have turned them down. Okay, the second and third oscillators, we've gone over and turned them completely down. And on the first one we have selected our shape, and I have selected a sawtooth. You can select a square if you want. It doesn't matter to me. You can tune it here, but I tuned it over here in the where you select the root note, and we are going to continue working from over here, which is why I've done this. So we have gone to the piano roll and made a long note, and we have put it in the playlist. So now we go back into our oscillator, our synthesizer, and we find this filter here. And I will show you when I am doing this with the filter, it is changing the cutoff of the filter, which is what makes. Alright, well that's what we call the mod X. The mod X governs the cutoff. So if you want to give it a little more resonance, you'll know what that word means in a second. But if we want to change the resonance of the filter, you'll put up the mod Y. So I'll put it up kind of like at a 75% kind of deal. So I'll also change the low pass filter here from a fast low pass, which is kind of cheap sounding, to a low pass, which is a little more heavy sounding, or even a SVF low pass. So now when I do the cutoff, it is sounding a little more like the Wubbing, yes. So you have two options here. First option, we can just select the Mod X tab up here, see volume Mod X, and we can go here to the LFO, and you can turn the amount up, drop the attack, and right click the speed and set your steps to 2. So there you go, it's sort of wobbing at this point. And you can even make it a little longer, so on and so forth. So the other option is we don't do that, and you right click the Mod X and you select create automation clip. Now you have this automation envelope in the playlist. So what you can do here is you can create a wub wub a little more under your control. You can do a lot of things. Hold on, I will create automation clip and show you something very neat. So you zoom in a little more and you get even more bars to select from. Let me just do some of this. Now the Wub Wub is very basic sounding. It is good. It's good sound that you can depend on. But I also like very, very hard ones that go up and down very hard, but also very soft. So we'll take this, and you can do a longer one. That way it is more unique over the course of these bars. But I will just repeat this 1 bar 1 over the 4. So. Alright, if you don't think that that's pretty good, then you should, well, you're right, it's probably not that good, but it is the start of what you need. So what we will do is I have as you can see, I have all of these different VSTs already routed to tracks in the mixer. And if you don't understand what this means, you should really look into it, but I will tell you briefly. So what happens is you take your VSTs and you can select it here, but I like to go in here and you can come down, you go into the VST you want, so the 3XOSC we just did, and you can come over here and you select this plugin options little drop box, and you can say assign free mixer track. Or after you click on this VST, you've got this little green light here. You come in here and you can right click and say channel routing and route selected channels to this track. So now you are routing channels to tracks in the mixer. What does this do? It starts to help you sort audio before it hits the master channel. So it will sort the audio, and you can apply EQing and effects to it. So what we're going to do really quick, while I still have some battery, we are going to compress. Yeah, we will do some compression. We will do a sound goodizer, but before the sound goodizer we will do a little distortion, and after the sound goodizer and distortion we'll do an EQ, and then at the very end we'll put a limiter on it just for safety's sake. Drop the limiter down to like right there for now. So on the compressor I'm going to go and I'll just squish the heck out of this, drop the threshold down, smush the ratio up, go to the distortion real quick, drop it to put the pre up, put the threshold down, sound goodizer probably about right there for now. And then the EQing, I'm going to open a high pass on the first notch there and make it a steep 8 and probably put around 74. Maybe turn the second notch down just a little bit at the very end, just so it's not too sharp. I put a low pass also with a steep 8 and probably around 16,000 hertz. So we listen. That's not even very good. So what I do is I turn off the distortion. Also, that is how you would apply this basic gist of Wobwob. I'm not going to do anything in Razor, although I really wanted to, but I think that is a good cutoff now, pun intended. So there you go. That is how you would do that. If you want, you could apply some. You could go into a new pattern and go to your drums, and you can apply. Give me a second. Give me a second. Some drums to it in the fashion of however you like. That's huge. So, you know, something basic if you like, something to give whatever you like. Okay, that is tutorial for my friend now. Goodbye.